We have special guest Philip Yan from Tyndale University. He joins us to share about a new 15-week initiative called the Social Sandbox. Welcome, Philip. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you, Bill, to sharing our stories.
Oh, amazing. Well, so tell me a little bit about the work that you're doing at Tyndale with the center. It's called the Center of Redemptive Entrepreneurship, and particularly the Social Sandbox program. What is that?
Well, CLE at Tyndale fills the gap between the holistic gospel, redemptive imagination, and entrepreneurship. We estimate there are 630,000 Christian entrepreneurs in Canada. Many of them feel lonely in the community without help connecting faith and with their venture. So we want to fill this gap, and specifically the Social Sandbox program that we just launched is really to fill the gap for this younger generation particularly. And we hope that we can do something to impact them.
Right, because there's a lot of young people now who are looking at doing something innovative, a little bit different. We live in a world of innovation and technology. And so you're trying to bridge how to use that gift and that passion to bring the kingdom, the gospel message into the workplace. But I also heard this interesting statistic that many are starting, but about 60% of those businesses fail. So how are you addressing that, and how are you hoping to change that?
Well, Bill, this is right. We call this gap the hope gap. Our young generation hope to offer solutions to the challenges that they see and experience, but they really feel that sometimes they don't have enough capacity or confidence to do it. So to us, losing this opportunity to see innovation and a solution that can potentially impact the society, I think this is actually a waste. So we want to create a program to basically help them to do to help them in three ways. So this is actually to help specifically on the venture building journey, particularly between the stages from ideation to validations. So we create programs that have structural training to help validate, affirm, and develop a deep understanding of how to address challenges that they see in our society. We use tools like Social Lean Canvas, Lego Serious Play, Design Thinking, and other frameworks. Secondly, we also provide mentorship to help them to make confidence with the ability to approach problem solving and innovation. Lastly, we help the cohort to share innovation ideas using different storytelling techniques. Storytelling is very important. So by the end, not only they learn, they also got to share the story with audience of connected leaders in our society and the Christian community. We think that these actually will help them to really bridge that gap. And when we're able to bridge that gap, they can potentially go to the finish line a lot easier.
Right. And so for those people watching, and maybe they have a young person in their life who is an entrepreneur, this would be a great opportunity to do that. And I know Tyndale's an amazing school. I graduated from Tyndale. But you also use cohorts, and this is a really interesting learning model. So how have you found the impact of cohorts? In other words, people working together to learn collaboratively. How are you finding that to be more effective?
Well, I think sometimes innovation need a very safe, encouraging space so that they can come and innovate. So we specifically looking for people who has some kind of ideas, and they are in between 18 to 30 years old, and we bring them together and surround them with other people that dream ideas and solving problem. These like-minded cohort come together, feel encouraged, and to learn together. I can share with you the couple story that people feel about the journey. One person said that I struggle with feeling isolated and lonely, and I need to understand and learn how to be redemptive in my business and to understand how to actually successful.
Right.
If people are looking for connecting support from really real people, Social Sandbox will be the first place I recommend to. There's another person that didn't feel quite ready after the program. But this is actually her reflection. When I was asked for the why behind the how, I was struggled. I learned that I need to fall in love with the problem and own my story and context first. I know that I'm not ready now, but in exploration to expand my imagination, I think my journey continue.
I
I
love
think
that.
these are great story.
Absolutely. So in essence, people between the ages of 18 and 30 who feel like they'd like to try something, to be an entrepreneur, you created a safe place called the Sandbox where they can come and talk to others in a safe place, explore, get some tools, get support that they need in order to launch that for redemptive purpose. Now, that's really important because in our world today, we need redemptive purpose in the business force, right? And so, yeah,
Absolutely.
really appreciate that. So one last question. If someone wants to get involved, what could they do? Like they're watching this and they're like, oh, I know someone who could really benefit from this, or I want to benefit from this. What could they do today to be a part of it?
Well, we prototype the first one. We're going to launch the second one next year, and people with the same mindset can invite people to come to join us. In the same time, we're also looking for people to participate potentially as a mentor, trainer, and collaborators. And we're also looking for individuals and corporations to sponsor, to support the future programs. All of these are possible. So if you have any ideas, please feel free to talk to us.
Thank you so much for being with us today. It was a pleasure talking with you. And for those of you watching at home, I want to remind you that this next generation needs to be invested in. They have so much potential. So let's invest in them. If you want to get a part of this program, you can go to our website and find out more information about that.